Week 10 action. Broncos beat the Chiefs pretty handily. We'll see if Denver can scrape together enough wins to make a wild card or something, because I haven't forgotten about them. I still think they're a pretty decent team that just hasn't been able to figure out how to stop the run yet, but maybe they're getting there. We'll see. Nice to see Priest Holmes back for Kansas City. You know, that's a good emotional lift, but I think the early season surprise start for the Chiefs is over. I don't see them winning very many games from here on out. Let me see. I don't know exactly what their schedule looks like, but I think the early start is pretty much coming to a halt. Dwayne Bowe is still probably the rookie wide receiver of the year. Been having a great year. He would be in running for rookie of the year if it wasn't for, like, Peterson and Lynch and Willis. So good for him. Obviously the Broncos come out victorious on the road in Arrowhead, and if they can beat Tennessee next week, they're right back in this thing. So we'll see where things go. Bills and Dolphins. I'm so glad I didn't get this game. It just looks like a big contest of ineptitude. I mean, did you see Cleo Lemon eat that sack? I mean, I'm pretty sure he saw the guy coming right at him. How can you not throw the ball away in that instance? And you know, both teams played poorly. I thought the Bills were better than that, but they did come out with the win. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. We'll see if they can stand up to the Patriots this week, because I think they can give them a game. They're not going to win. They can give them a game. I feel pretty good about that. And as for the Dolphins, you know, whatever Cleo Lemon experiment there might have been, that's over. Maybe it's time to see John Beck. Yeah. I want to see some John Beck. And let's see, we got the Packers and the Vikings. I watched this game until it was 27-0. You know, dominating Packers win, and we saw their running game come alive. You know, that's what the key was. It was like the second time this season we saw the Packers run the ball effectively, and you know, now suddenly I can see this team in the Super Bowl, because before this week I was just thinking, yeah, they're winning games and they're finding ways to get it done, but I don't think they can go into Dallas and win if they can't run the ball. And now this Ryan Grant guy comes out of nowhere and he tears up the best run defense in the league, maybe. In my opinion, it is. So suddenly I've circled the calendar for Cowboys-Packers. That's going to be a game. To me, that's the game that decides who gets to go to Glendale, Arizona to represent the NFC. Whoever wins that game is going to have heavy odds stacked towards them to represent the NFC. And man, the Packers got things going for them right now. I mean, did you see that tipped interception that flew like 5 yards in the air and Ruvel Martin caught it? I mean, that's just an example of things going their way. And Vikings, you know, they still need a real quarterback. And obviously that's not going to come until next year when hopefully they draft Andre Woodson. But Adrian Peterson getting hurt, that's a drag. They better not bring him back early, though. If they have to sit him for 3 weeks or even the rest of the season, they better do that, because there's no sense in letting him blow what could be years off his career because of a season that's pretty much effectively dead. Steelers-Browns, you know, it's the same deal that happened to us against the Browns last week, only it happened to the Browns. I thought they had this game when it was 21-6, but their defense could not generate a stop when they really needed it. Their offense was completely ineffective in the second half. Anderson had a good start, but he couldn't even break 125 passing yards. Their playmakers couldn't get it done in the second half at all. Anything so much as, you know, I don't know, a field goal, you know, just one more field goal, one more touchdown could have, you know, I picked Pittsburgh. I thought they would win. I didn't completely buy into the Cleveland bandwagon, but they had every chance to win this game. Blowing 2 timeouts doesn't help either. As for Pittsburgh, you know, they came back, and it's like TMQ said, for a good team, being down by 15 points at half is not really that big of an obstacle. All it really is, well, it's not like an insurmountable lead. It's just an obstacle you have to overcome, and that's what Pittsburgh did, so excuse me. Good for them. let's see, you got the Rams and the Saints. I don't understand how a team that's 4-4 and has played as poorly as they have at times this season can walk into a trap game. Trap games are reserved for really good teams like, I don't know, the Colts or the Patriots or the Packers or the Cowboys or whoever. They can have trap games. They're good enough. The Rams don't have the right to walk into a trap. You face the Rams at home and you let them... Not only did the Rams finally score a touchdown on the road, it's the first time they've done that all year, I think. First time in a long time anyway. On top of that, they let them, just stop their offense for most of the game, which is pathetic on its own right because the Rams' defense is as bad as it is. Breeze could not get it going until it was too late, effectively. That offense had its way with New Orleans. And I know it's a little healthier now than it was before, but that offensive line is so bad right now, you have no excuse to not get 5 or 6 sacks a game on Mark Bulger. So, as for the Saints, maybe they're just not that good. Maybe this wasn't a trap game. Maybe they just aren't that good of a team. Maybe the Rams are considerably better now that everyone's healthy. We'll see. But, to me, this loss might end their season because now they're looking up at the Buccaneers. They pretty much have to beat them now, the Buccaneers. Not going to be easy. The Falcons are starting to gain ground. I don't think they're going to win the division or anything, but they're gaining ground. Panthers, they're starting to fall back, but, they're still in the Saints league. And Jaguars, Titans. Finally, this Titans team gets, if you will, exposed. They've been surviving for so long in spite of poor quarterback play. Vince Young... I know Tennessee's winning games and he's doing a couple of cool things, but he's been having a really down year. He's regressed big time. And this is what happens if you have a quarterback who keeps playing like that for an extended period of time. And that defense without Albert Haynesworth is so completely different. So I'll give him a bit of a pass. It happens. But let's see. If they get Haynesworth back, maybe things will be alright. But the Quinn Gray-led Jacksonville Jaguars, who I still do not believe in completely, by the way, pretty much, they put up 28 points on the Titans. So that shows you how important Haynesworth was to that defense. So hopefully for them, they get him back. And also, that Titans offense just doesn't look so well when Lindell White doesn't tear it up for them. And, we're really seeing what an important part to that offense Lindell White really is. That's all I'm going to say there. But I think that gives Jacksonville a slight leg up in the wild card chase. And, hey, Philly, good, great job by Philly. They got so much crap going on right now. By Andy Reid, and they're just playing poorly. They haven't been playing up to their potential. They haven't been living up to expectations, and they were down by however much they were down by near the end of the third quarter, and they just came out on fire. Sean Taylor got hurt, and I think they took advantage of that a little bit. He's going to be out for a while. The Washington Redskins really going to miss him. Brian Westbrook with that big play to help seal it up. He had a great game. McNabb lit things up. But what's up with that Philly defense? I mean, they were playing back all day. There were no aggression at all. And Westbrook, for the second week in a row, Portis beasted it up. Campbell was pretty much unfettered back there, and he had a huge game. So I don't get what's up with the defensive play calling for Philly. But their offense came through. Defensively for Washington, I pretty much have the same thing to say. I know Sean Taylor got hurt, and that changed everything, but they completely melted. And I don't know who that comes back to, but they're better than that. It's nice to see some signs of life out of their offense, but when you don't win, what's it really worth, right? Anyway, neither of these teams are dead yet. The NFC East is so fun this year. So fun. So we'll see where these teams go.